Welcome to the theoretically Sand Lake quiet area. And even without the good microphone, I bet you guys can hear our neighbors next door. Andy's well on his way, getting his hammock set up. I've got a ways to go to get mine set up. After a bunch of help from Andy, undoing knots and getting ropes off and back onto the tarp, we have a new hammock set up here. This is the hummingbird hammock with the hex tarp and a bug net to go with the hummingbird hammock. For those that care about such things, the weight of this system is probably about 18 ounces.
She's leveraging.
Yeah, I'm using the leverage of the thumb and then the corner of the lighter to pop it. But he's actually better at it than I am.
That took me like a year to learn, and she just watches it once and she picks it up.
I actually used to know how to do it. It's just that I was high most of the time that I did it before.
You can do the thumb as leverage, but I find it
You like the finger.
Easier.
A bit after 11 p.m., probably closer to midnight than 11. What a day. Especially the time spent with Constantine and Magpie. I'll talk more about that during the daytime. I don't want to disturb anyone. After all, it is the Sand Lakes quiet area. Good morning. It dropped down to 49 degrees during the night. But we're all up and at 'em. Constantine and Magpie were up just before 6 a.m. hustling to break camp so they could hustle on into town. Who knows, maybe we'll see them there today. Andy and I aren't in a hurry. And after an adequate night's sleep, we're breaking camp ourselves. It's right around 7 a.m. now. And I'm coming back from one of the sand lakes. It makes a big difference.
Shade of green. Morning sun hits the pine.
Oh my.
It's hanging over there. Yeah, that's the chainsaw crew here. Hold on to this. Let me get a picture. Using events.
Some items are beyond our powers of trail maintenance. But that's when we note the position and let the fellows who are certified sawyers with their chainsaws to come on in and deal with the problem. Trail maintenance. People wonder why you do it. Sometimes I wonder. Especially as you're working through a set of blowdowns that take an hour and 20 minutes to cut through and move off the trail. And there's a reward in doing a job well and getting it done. And there's another reward that happens all too rarely when people pass you by and see what you're doing and thank you for it. You can't expect it, but it feels so nice when it happens. Well, it'll be interesting to see if this hammock pitch works or not. I'm probably breaking all sorts of rules of practical hammock camping. But I think I've got things set up and I'm clearly not going to collapse. Still have to decide about setting the tarp up. Right now, it sure doesn't look like it wants to rain at all. It's supposed to be clear all night long. But that was the weather forecast we heard earlier, and maybe things have changed. 12 miles of hiking today. 12 miles of hiking, many, many blowdowns to remove, sawing, hauling, lopping, lifting, wedging. A lot of work. And we still have the segment from Cedar Creek to the trail junction at High Banks to do. That's probably about 2 miles one way. Whew. Midnight. We set up our tarps because we'd follow the advice of a fellow who said it was going to rain. We should have trusted ourselves. It's not going to rain. Late dinner at Barsky's because Woody's wasn't serving food. And we're back now. And as you can probably hear, people are definitely not holding to quiet hours. The music is loud. There's a Definite white man's fire over there. Oh well. I'm tired enough that I don't think I'll care. I'm gonna snuggle into my hummingbird hammock and bug net and hopefully sleep really well. Well, even Andy got to sleep quickly enough, although he got up a couple times in the night. It took me forever to fall asleep with the raucous party going and going and going, but I eventually drifted off and was woken up to be disturbed by it. We think they went to at least certainly past 3 in the morning, loud, obnoxious jerks. We both started moving in earnest at 9 a.m. or thereabouts. It's a nice campground when it's quiet. And we wanted to sleep in, but I don't think we would have slept in this much if we'd gotten good night's sleep with the people following quiet hour rules. Oh well. It's a glorious morning right now. So hopefully that will mean a glorious day. It's so nice to get back into the woods away from a loud, irritating campground. Well, the campground itself is nice. It's the inhabitants that you have to get away from. We've done the bulk of our trail maintenance for today, and that means for the section, a couple tenths of a mile still to walk to get back to Cedar Creek. I guess we had 4 blowdowns to deal with. Nothing to compare to yesterday's hour 15, hour and 20 minute mess, to say nothing of the huge, couldn't really film it to show you the size. Several trees, big trees down. Huge chainsaw project. I'll have to bring out as many chainsaw people as they can and use it as a training session too. But in here, amongst the ferns and blueberry bushes and pines and white oak, it's been much easier going today. The North Country Trail, like most trails, is maintained by volunteers. You can learn more at the North Country Trail Association's website, northcountrytrail.org.